Hello everybody, and welcome to episode 6 of my One Chest Challenge. Today's episode is going to be a bit different than the rest of them, and it is a structure I don't like using for these types of videos, but I don't have a choice here. I recently set up my Elgato Stream Deck so that I can use it as a soundboard, and it was set with my microphone as the input device and my headphones as the output device. The program that I used for some reason disables everything if either the input or the output devices are disconnected. So when I unplugged my headphones to watch some videos, it disabled my microphone, but when I plugged them back in, it didn't re-enable it. I learned only after recording this entire episode, which took almost 3 hours, that my mic was disabled completely the entire time I was recording, and as such we have no voice audio for anything that I did in this video. I'm going to instead be giving you all the rundown of everything that happened via voiceover, which is less entertaining in the context of an episode of a series full of live reactions and discussion, but I don't have a choice in the matter. So, starting off this episode, I remembered that I had been informed that the Poisoning the Pest quest had been changed slightly to where you don't have to pick up the poison anymore, and it just appears in your inventory when you accept the quest. With this information in mind, I headed back to Ragni, which is painful without access to a horse or teleport scrolls, and quickly completed that quest to finally finish the 3 quests objective, only to be met with a following 2 quests objective. Now, while I was initially annoyed by this, I decided to go through and double-check all the quests I had available to me to be 100% sure they required me to pick up something before writing them off entirely. I even opened up a few of Olinus' quest guides to watch those points in question to see if he had to actually pick up the item or if it just appeared in his inventory, and I discovered that the Poisoning the Pest quest was not the only quest I could do, and there were actually several quests available to me. With this in mind, I rushed over to Ancient Nemract to do my personal favorite quest, not for the story, but rather the aesthetic of the grayscale version of Ancient Nemract, the Dark Descent. Just look at the majesty of it, and imagine how it would look with shaders, since I was too lazy to install some. And that's 1 out of 2 quests completed, and after shoving the eye orb into the skull, I rushed over to the Nivla Woods and helped Ope get some herb, but it didn't count towards my quest objective for some reason, so clearly it was a waste of time. Next up was Tempo Town Trouble, and after completely decimating the quest boss and being scolded for showing off my elite skills, I finally completed the final tutorial objective and officially unlocked regular daily objectives. Our first one being catch 25 fish, which we are completely incapable of doing. Ignoring that daily objective, I traveled back to Nemract. I did these quests in the order that I thought of them, and not in the order based on proximity or level. Otherwise, this would have required much less running and would have been much faster. I ran into the bar and had a man buy my drink and tell me to come onto a boat with him. I knew right away that he couldn't be trusted since he didn't tip the barman, but I went along with him and got roped into a little misadventure on the sea that I quickly escaped from with a bit of help from the sea skipper captain. I then traveled back to the province of Gavel and decided to help this man Demeril search for a treasure that he promptly scammed me out of the vast majority of, even though I did all of the work. With that completed, I had successfully knocked out 6 quests that I had previously considered either impossible to complete because I misremembered how you acquired items during the quest, or that I had simply forgotten about entirely. I decided it was time to finally go back to leveling up and opening chests. You know, the whole point of the series. I got myself to 47 by smashing a few spiders, and whilst forgetting to equip my loot bonus gear, I opened a chest containing a staff with 26% loot bonus and a bunch of junk. Seeing as I would either need to travel a bit further away or hop worlds and wait half an hour to open another high tier chest in this area, seeing as that one that I opened there is the only one at my level, I decided to get level 48 and bring myself very close to 49 so I could open 2 chests back to back. I watched my XP very closely, and I saw that I would be 200 XP away from the next level by the time I reached the chest if I simply got the XP from the discoveries along the way and didn't kill anything. Unfortunately, I misjudged the range with which mages teleport can hit things, and I got almost 300 XP from a random mob without realizing it. I ran over to the cave entrance and was about to disable XP just in case I killed something on the way up to the chest, but I leveled up right as I arrived. This is the first time this has happened to me, but as I mentioned at the beginning of the series, if I pass the level without opening a chest, I lose it, which means I forfeit my level 48 chest entirely. This hurts a lot, as I still don't have a usable helmet. I'm currently using the Adventurer's Helm, but it balances out the random tier 1 chest I opened without taking anything while running past it out of habit back in an early episode. So the official chest count is back in balance, not that you'll ever see it since the chest count's no longer part of the API and as such doesn't appear on the stats page anyway. Opening the now depressing level 49 chest, once again forgetting to use my loot bonus gear, I was able to get some more tier 4 powders and a level 53 staff that I think I might use once I'm strong enough. I also got a normal refined chain helmet that is also level 53 that I will switch to for the extra health if I don't get a new helmet between now and then. After the crushing disappointment of losing a chest, and once again not getting a helmet, I needed to do something to help lift up my spirits, and I chose to do the quest Frostbite, where we have to break into the Twain's mansion and imitate Robin Hood by stealing all his money that he kinda stole from everybody, and give it back to the townspeople. We've achieved this by picking up magic super hot lava in a magic bucket that let us carry it with our bare hands, getting a key off a corpse, and breaking into the treasure room. After completing this quest, I went ahead and smacked a few golems in the face to get myself up to level 50 for one final chest this episode, that I once again forgot to equip my loot bonus gear before opening. And I managed to, once again, not get a helmet, and walked away with a couple more powders and nothing else of use to me. And that concludes episode 6 of my one chest challenge. I promise you the next episode will not be structured like this. Scripting videos like this takes a long time, and it always feels disconnected and impersonal when there's not a single moment of genuine reaction or thought, and instead it's just narration of what happened. So I apologize, but I thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all later.